World War II was the greatest conflict in human history. Between 1939 and 1945, more than 70 million people died. Soldiers, civilians, and children. But it all began with one man and one dangerous idea. After World War I, Germany was destroyed, humiliated, and its economy in ruins. In this chaos emerged Adolf Hitler, a charismatic former soldier who promised to restore pride and power to the German people. He blamed minorities and foreign enemies for the nation's problems, and through this, he won hearts and total control over Germany. In 1939, Hitler made a decision that would change the fate of the planet. The invasion of Poland, 1939. On September 1st, 1939, Germany invaded Poland. 2 days later, France and the United Kingdom declared war on Germany. World War II had officially begun, but the Nazis were prepared. In just a few months, Poland was conquered with a new tactic of rapid warfare called Blitzkrieg, the Lightning War. Soon, German tanks crossed borders: Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, France. In 1940, Paris fell. Europe seemed lost. Meanwhile, Japan, Germany's ally, expanded its empire across Asia, and Mussolini's Italy tried to conquer North Africa. But there was resistance. Winston Churchill, the British Prime Minister, refused to surrender. Even as London was bombed every night, he declared, "We shall never surrender." The invasion of the Soviet Union, 1941. In 1941, Hitler made a fatal mistake. He invaded the Soviet Union. At first, the Nazi armies advanced quickly, but the Russian winter and fierce Soviet resistance were devastating. Cities like Stalingrad became true hells on earth. Thousands died frozen, starved, or in brutal urban combat. The attack on Pearl Harbor, 1941. Meanwhile, on the other side of the world, Japan attacked the American base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The United States, until then neutral, entered the war, and that changed everything. From 1942 onward, the world was clearly divided into two sides: Axis powers, Germany, Italy, and Japan; Allied powers, the United States, the United Kingdom, the Soviet Union, France, and others. The turning point, 1942 to 1944. The war began to turn around. The U.S. won decisive battles against Japan in the Pacific. In Africa, the Allies defeated Hitler's armies. And in Europe, the Soviets won the Battle of Stalingrad, forcing the Nazis to retreat. Then on June 6, 1944, came D-Day, the largest military operation in history. American, British, and Canadian troops landed in Normandy, in occupied France. It was the beginning of the end for the Third Reich. By 1945, the Allies marched into Berlin. Hitler, trapped in his bunker, committed suicide in April. Days later, Germany surrendered. But in the Pacific, Japan still resisted. Then the United States used a new weapon, the atomic bomb. In August 1945, Hiroshima and Nagasaki were destroyed. More than 200,000 people were killed. Soon after, Japan also surrendered. The war was finally over. The world was in ruins, cities destroyed, millions dead, and a new era beginning: the Cold War, between the United States and the Soviet Union. World War II left an eternal lesson. When hatred and ambition take control of mankind, the price is the destruction of humanity.